What's up guys, it's Android and Knight, and I finally got my Android eating the apple t-shirt back so I can use this in my background. Today what I'm going to do for you guys is just run through what I've got running on my Galaxy S3 at the moment. This is sort of in the way of doing an app review where I can review the apps I'm using at the moment, and then I think I might try and do this thing maybe once a week, maybe twice a week for a bit, just to get more applications out there to you guys. I think it's just a slightly nicer, more casual way of doing it than just sort of doing like, here's 5 applications, go try them out. So the first thing I'm going to run you through is just quickly talk about the ROM. I'm running CM10. I finally rooted this thing, even after the fiasco with my Galaxy S2. But I thought I'd root it, chucked CM10 on it, and I'm really liking it. So that's the first thing. If you guys are looking for a ROM, just check out the CM10 Nightlies. And I'll also do a review of the ROM in full, maybe later after this. So I'm just going to show you all the applications I've got installed and just quickly run through some that I use a lot. Actually, you know, the most elegant way of doing this is probably from my home screens. So here we've got folders for stuff, we've got games. So we've got Jetpack Joyride. I love this game, guys. The one-click control scheme for these games, it's a bit like Ski Safari and things of that nature. They're really great fun. It was just exclusive on the Amazon App Store, it's just been released on the Play Store, so I can really recommend that. It's a really good game. Actually, I might just dive in and just give you a really quick look at it. This is one of those games that I found myself playing a lot more recently, as I don't have as much free time as I used to. These sort of one-click games are really good because you can sort of play them as you're wandering sort of along the street or from the lift to your flat and things like that, and they're not sort of games that draw you in massively and take a lot of concentration and skill. It's just pure one-touch control system. You just dodge things. There's loads and loads of upgrades, and things you can buy in the store, which keeps it a bit fresher. And there's also these achievement system, which again keeps things a bit fresher, so you sort of always feel like working to something. But this is a really good game, and I was playing that on my Nexus 7. Also in there, we've got the new Rayman game. This is Jungle Run. Again, this is really good. It's one-touch control, and again, that's got quite a nice sort of collection system in it, so you sort of feel like you're always working towards something. Sorry, I've drunk so much coffee today, I'm sort of shaking slightly. Bad Piggies, it's pretty good. It's that new building game from Rovio. If you haven't tried it out, it's definitely worth a try out. It's free. That's just a little labyrinth game, and that's another war game. Great Big War Game is actually quite good. I might do a review of that another time. Then in here, I've got Camera FX, which is, in my opinion, the best sort of effects camera. Then I've also got PixArt, which is an after. It doesn't actually take the photo, but you can. Oh, it does take the photo. I stand corrected, but you can take it. It's kind of like Camera FX, but it's slightly more powerful, I think. It's got some different effects you can put on. The Camera FX is a little bit easier to use, and it's the one I use the most just because it's the one I've used for longest. But PixArt's pretty decent. It's got a nice UI as well, so that's worth checking out if you want an image manipulator. This is Keep Calm. It's just a stupid thing where you can make your own Keep Calm posters. Shop, I've got eBay and Amazon. Both the apps, they're not brilliant, but they sort of do the job, and it means you can get alerts for things like eBay messages and stuff like that. RBS is a great app if you haven't used RBS in the UK. I think it's the only place it works, and this just lets you see your balance and things like that, and a little printed out transaction sheet. Google Goggles, which you probably all know about, you can use to scan things. News, we've got Quora, which I don't, if that's how you pronounce it, which I thought I would use, but I really don't. It's supposed to be sort of a aggregated news, intellectual type site, but it's pretty slow, as you can see. And even then, it's not particularly good. I just prefer to Google stuff, to be honest. It's easier. Flipboard is my favourite news application still. Ooh, he says, there you go. So you just flick through, and you've got all different categories. I still swear by Flipboard. I think it's really good if you want something to read stuff on. And then a new addition is Pocket, which has recently become free, and this works with Flipboard and other things, and it just allows you to save articles, and then you can read them later on your device. It caches them, so you can read it on your device. I can read it on this, on my Nexus 7, or my MacBook, so it syncs across all the devices, and it's really good. So that's Pocket. I can definitely recommend that. Spotify widget, Facebook widget. On the other things here, we've just got an AdSense widget. That's actually really good. I think it's the only AdSense widget that really works. Dictionary.com and a Flipboard widget, and that's all I've got just on these 3 screens. and I am running Nova Launcher. Going to these other applications, we've got some social applications here. These are probably things you've all seen before. The Pinterest app's recently been updated again. It looks really cool now, so I recommend that if you use it. Currently using Boyd Beta for Twitter. I'm basically waiting for Carbon to come out still, but this is pretty nice, sort of in the interim. Everything else in there is pretty standard. I do use the Facebook Messenger app separately, it's just a bit quicker. Spotify, swear by that if you have Spotify Premium already. It's a really, really good service, and you can sync stuff to your phone. The rest of this stuff's pretty standard. IMDb, Flickster for movies. Beyond Pod, I actually can recommend quite highly. It's my favourite podcast application. It's free on sort of a trial version that still keeps working well with reduced features, but I've used the trial version. I don't find it gets in the way at all. This is really good if you want to listen to podcasts. Next, we've just got some apps for travelling. So we've got maps. In the UK, I can really suggest the Trainline and National Rail apps. They're really good. Trainline lets you buy tickets online slightly cheaper, and then you can go and collect them from your store, from your platform. How fuzzy is this? Just checking the camera. Autofocus isn't fantastic. Next up, we've got sort of servicey type things, and again, these categories are probably categories you'd all change. We've got Run Manager because it's rooted. Evernote's really good, still swear by that. There's a notes manager that syncs across all your devices. Lendermate is really good actually. Recently got this, it means you can put in things that you've lent to other people, or that people owe you, which sounds sort of niggardly in a way, but it's pretty decent actually. So you can just do stuff there. Searches it by your contacts. That's quite a good way just to keep track of things. There's an XDA app there that's pretty decent, and the AdSense one again. Solid Explorer I've talked about before. If you want to use a file manager, I suggest that one. And we'll just see what else we've got installed that's of any interest. Dropbox, really recommend that. As you guys already know. Kindle app, I use that a lot. That's one of my most used apps. GetReal is pretty good if you're rooted. It's to do with more modems, but if you're not rooted, that won't make any sense. What else have we got here? Some other things of interest. I think I've basically gone through everything. Yeah, so I think that's it, guys. SwiftKey is obviously the keyboard. I say obviously, but that's the keyboard I've been using for ages. It's my keyboard of choice. And yeah, you've got Google Now on this now because it's CM10, which is pretty cool. Loving Google Now. Yeah, guys, that's what's running on my Galaxy S3 at the moment. They're the apps I'm sort of now using quite a lot. Some of these new additions like Pocket, I really do suggest you guys check out if you haven't checked them out yet. And what's that other one? Just to mention, that's it, Beyond Pod as well. I'd check that out if you want a podcast manager. So if you guys have got any suggestions of other applications I should install, anything else I should be doing on my phone, any videos you want to see, anything you want me to do differently in these videos, just drop me a comment or PM me. Please subscribe if you haven't seen me before, and I'll see you guys next time. Ta-ra!